and comes up, puts a gun in my face.
Alex wrote, how do you tell if a place is safe? Have you ever had an issue while traveling?
Yeah, what's interesting to me is, number one, you have to get rid of the stereotypes. So Middle East countries, interesting, some of the safest countries in the world from a crime perspective. Georgia, one of the safest countries. Actually, Belarus is on the list. So countries that a lot of people would be kind of like weirded out by are actually very safe. Meanwhile, what's interesting is we had a guy we were helping who was in Barcelona for an affiliate marketing conference. One of his friends just, did some big business, got a $50,000 Patek Philippe watch, and it's not the first time I've heard this story where a gang of 5 or 6 guys descended on his friend. They have a perfect act down for how to remove the watch from your wrist and get it out of the area before you can catch them. What's interesting is in Georgia, everyone I know in Georgia who's an expat has a story of how they left their $5,000 camera in a taxi and the guy tracked them down. So I think that the countries where you might expect less safety are actually more safe. So that's an issue, especially if you're still in your home country and you're kind of concerned about the world. What I would look at is serious crime versus petty crime. I did know a person 4 or 5 years ago in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia, where I spent some time, who had their bag snatched by a drive-by motorcycle. They lost a couple $100, they lost a purse. Once you know to be aware of that stuff, you start to be a bit more, concerned. I mean, when I first went to Vietnam, I would carry like a Tumi backpack around because I didn't like the idea of wearing a backpack. I eventually just wore the backpack because some guy tried to come by and grab my backpack. So you take precautions. And in some people, you'll see that people actually wear the backpacks on the front. So those are situations where if it's petty crime, you just have to be aware. And let's be honest, petty crime happens in New York, petty crime happens in Sydney, it happens all over the world. Where I think Africa, and probably more importantly, parts of Central America fail is more violent crime. I mean, so like Tegucigalpa, Honduras, for example, or San Salvador, El Salvador, murder capitals of the world. I've been to San Salvador, and you know what I think is important? It's about, intuition. Now, if you're going to be a nomad capitalist, you might just say, you know what, I'm not going to El Salvador. I think it's a nice country, but you might not have a need to go there. But if you are going to go there, then I think using your intuition is important, being careful. But I think there's this idea that if you're going to live the nomad capitalist lifestyle, you're going to be forced to spend time in unsafe countries. Number one, even in unsafe countries, most people don't have a problem. Mexico, where we are now, there's plenty of places that are perfectly safe in Mexico. If you live in the middle of Mexico City, it's pretty safe. If you live in Merida, pretty safe. And so Mexico gets a bad rap, but it gets a bad rap from the Western media, not by people who are actually living here for the most part. And again, there's some petty crime. I did have an issue once, actually. This is an interesting story. About Central America. I was in Managua, Nicaragua on a Sunday night. I had come back from another city in Nicaragua, and I was walking back from where I got dropped off, like 1.5 kilometers, which I guess you're not supposed to do. Anyway, I went to this convenience store right next to my hotel. I mean, literally 1 minute away. And I go to the convenience store and I come out. It's 6:30 at night. It's just gotten dark, and I turn out, and these guys. One guy gets off a motorcycle. I'm not really paying attention. One guy gets off a motorcycle and comes up and puts a gun in my face. And, he's like, give me your money. And I had a brand new wallet that was given to me as a gift at the time. It was a beautiful Xenia wallet. And it was funny is my friend also got the same wallet for himself, but they no longer made the wallet where it opened. Like you could put, in my wallet, you could put cash in the side, it just fit in nicely. And in his wallet, it was sewn shut on both sides. He'd like jam the cash in. It was very inconvenient. And I'm like, listen, guys, no joke. I'm like, listen, guys, they don't make this wallet anymore. Like, see how it works? Like, you can't, it's so easy for the cash. I said, and I'm like, I don't know, like, hold on. Like, and I reached in, I'm like trying to find something for my little shoulder bag to give them because I don't want to give them the wallet, which is obviously a very dumb thing to do. The guy finally just grabbed it and took some piece of crap phone I had and drove off. And I'm probably the luckiest guy in the world. But what I learned is capital cities in Central America, they all have a really weird vibe. I mean, San Jose, Costa Rica, San Salvador, El Salvador. I think Panama City is fine, but I think Mexico City is fine if you want to call that Central America. But definitely a lot of other challenges in those areas, which I think maybe are on the radar for some folks looking to be nomad capitalists. But don't think you have to go somewhere where it's not safe. Hi, I'm Andrew Henderson from Nomad Capitalist. I wrote this book, which you can find on Amazon, to distill a lot of the stuff we talk about in these videos and a lot of the stuff I've learned over the last decade plus traveling all around the world, teaching you about how to legally reduce your taxes, build your personal freedom, and create wealth faster. Definitely get a copy of this book if you want to learn more. Now, if you want to watch more videos, make sure you subscribe to our channel and make sure you click the notifications bell so you never miss one of our new videos with more tips on how to go where you're treated best. And if you're already a 6- or 7-figure entrepreneur and you'd like to put these strategies in place for yourself, go to nomadcapitalist.com and learn about how I can help you.